Good morning, second graders. How are we doing? We're still in weights, and I just want to review a few things here. This is the unit of mass. Last week we did grams. Today we'll do kilograms. All right. So what I'm going to say is 1 kilogram is equivalent to 1,000 grams. Now, which one's is heavier? Kilogram is heavier because if we look at this, it's 1,000 1,000 grams equals 1 kilogram. So let's take a look here. I have Dion and I have Sophia here, okay? And what we want to know is we use kilograms to weigh heavier objects. We write kg for kilograms. This bottle of sparkling water weighs 1 kilogram. There's the water. And we got Sophia over here. She's on the scale. I weigh about 23 kilograms. Now, do you realize the difference between kilograms and grams? So when the object is heavier, we use kilograms. And when something is light, like a pencil, like we did on grams, we use grams. All right, second graders, here we go. So I have a balance scale here. I have 1 kilogram on one side, and I got pennies on the other side. There's a bunch of pennies here. And obviously, this kilogram is heavier than the pennies. That's why this pushes down and that pushes up. So my first thing here is use a balance scale to find out about, how many pennies weigh about 1 kilogram. I have a digital scale here, but I'm not going to weigh pennies. I'm going to weigh coins. Okay, to give you an idea, I'm going to stop. I'm going to pause here, put my digital scale up. Okay, so here we go. So this digital scale is in grams, and I'm going to start putting coins in. As you see your coins in here, okay, keeps going up, keeps going up. So this is all my change. I'm at 270. It's not getting, I haven't got to 1,000 yet. They're almost halfway, so I'm going to keep putting more on there. Oh, now I'm at 700. I'm at 900. Almost close to 1,000, so I'm getting closer to a kilogram. Whoa, 1,000 kilograms. So right here, I have 1,000 grams, which equals 1 kilogram. And this is all my change. And it's approximately about 400 coins. So remember, instead of using pennies, I used what? Coins. So it's what? About 400 coins. That weighs 1,000 kilograms. 1 kilogram weighing 1,000 grams. Okay, so here it says, okay, we're going to skip number B here, and we're going to go directly, how many notebooks weigh about a kilogram? Okay, I'm going to put this right here, my scale, and let me get some notebooks. So here we go. I'm going to use composition books, okay? Here we go. Okay, so I just put 4 composition books together, and I have 1,192 grams. Now remember, this is actually going to be 1 kilogram because for every 1,000 grams, there's 1 kilogram. So we're going to say 4 composition note books. Okay, so I'm going to push this up. Then it says here, it says look for an object that weighs, I'm going to use a basketball. I know it's looking weird, but the basketball actually weighs 475 grams. So that is less than a kilogram. Now I'm going to look at about 1 kilogram. Put my digital scale back up, pause it. And here is a liter of water, 1,043 grams. And remember, for every 1,000 grams, it's 1 kilogram. So this bottle of water weighs a kilogram. So remember, 1 liter of water weighs about a kilogram. And here, what about more than 1 kilogram? Again, I'm going to stop. I'm going to put this here. We have 0. And I'm going to grab my ceramic bowl with my coins. And look at that. It's 1,784 grams. And remember that for every 1,000 grams, it's a kilogram. In this case, it's almost close to 2,000 kilograms. So here I answered number 2, so more than a kilogram, which was my ceramic bowl with coins. Now I'm going to go directly to my workbook. Okay, let's start all over. Exercise 2, the basics in your student workbook. Number 1, look for some items that you think weigh about 1 kilogram. Use a kilogram mass or balance scale to see if they are lighter than, close to, or heavier than 1 kilogram. Write what you weigh below. Put a check mark in the correct box. So here's the football. You'll see a picture. That is less than a kilogram. Remember, 1,000 gram equals a kilogram in this case. Now we're going to do the hole puncher. Take a look at the picture. And the hole puncher is a little over 1,000 grams, which is 1 kilogram. So that I'm going to put a check mark there. Next is going to be my ceramic bowl. And you know what? That was about over 1,700 grams, almost close to 2,000, which is really heavier than 1,000 kilograms. So that is a heavy. Here is your practice section that you guys can do at home. If your parents have a bathroom scale, maybe it's digital or maybe it's one where you have a little dial that turns, but you can weigh different objects as I did. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to write your object here, and you're going to estimate if it weighs a kilogram or not. Your second object, same thing. You're going to guess. Third object, you're going to guess how much it weighs. Fourth object, you're going to guess. Again, if you guys have a bathroom scale with a kilogram scale, it's really good just to use it. Then you can just put it right on your scale and weigh the object. Once you estimate it, then you weigh the object that you picked and put it in this column. And I'll stop here and switch. So if you don't have a bathroom scale at home, for you online virtual learners, just skip this part. Now we're on the second page, the next page, number 3. It says fill in a blank with G for grams or kg for kilograms. So let's think about this. Here we go. We have a newborn kitten, weighs about 100. Is this kitten going to weigh 100 grams, or is it going to weigh 100 kilograms. So think about that. Which one's heavier? Remember, the kilogram's heavier. So you really think a kitten would weigh 100 kilograms? If you said no, that's correct, because this would be 100 grams. Now, let's look at number B. A man weighs about 80. You think he weighs about 80 grams? We just said the cat was 100 grams. So a man would weigh 80 grams? If you said no, that's correct. So the correct unit of mass would be kilogram. Now let's take a look over here. A cell phone weighs about 120 grams or kilograms. Now remember, kilograms is going to be heavy, so you really think it's going to weigh 120 kilograms? If you said no, you're correct. So our correct unit of mass would be grams. A widescreen computer weighs about 4. You really think it's going to weigh 4 grams or 4 kilograms? If you said kilograms, you are correct. kg. Now here, 1 liter of a bottled water weighs about, and we already know this, right? Because we did it before. It's a kilogram. Now here, a quarter. A quarter weighs about 6 what? Is it going to weigh 6 kilograms? Is a quarter going to weigh 6 liters of water? No. It's going to weigh 6 grams. So that's all you're doing, is you're comparing your unit of mass to an object. Here, the bicycle weighs about 15 grams or 15 kilograms. If you said 15 kilograms, you are correct. Good job. So let's come back over here to number 4. And we have a word problem. It says a bakery ordered 120 kilograms of flour and 95 kilograms of sugar. How much more flour than sugar did it ordered? And remember, I'm going to put F for flour and S for sugar. So I already know this bar is going to be what? 120. Right there. That's the flour. And I also know that there's 95 kilograms of sugar. So this bar is going to be smaller because it's only 95. And we're trying to find this area right here. How much more? Okay, so let's think of a math equation. If you said 120 minus 95, you are correct. And can we do our math horizontally? Okay, if you can't, let's do it vertically. 120 put on top of each other and minus, okay? Can we subtract 5 from 0? If you said no, what do we got to do? If you said we have to regroup from the 10, you're correct. So take 10 away, leaves me 1 left, and I got to convert that 10 to 10 ones, which is there. So 10 ones minus 5 ones would be 5. Now can I subtract 9 tens from 1 10? No. I got to regroup to the hundreds. That becomes 0. Add 10 more, which is 11. 11 tens minus 9 tens would be 2 tens. So it ordered 25 kilograms more flour than sugar. Okay, so we found this out. And remember that when we do our model, this is a comparison bar model. We know this is part whole. We already got a whole in one part, and we have a missing part. We're always going to subtract. So let's go to the number B. B says, a bakery used 87 kilograms on the flour so far. How much flour is left? Can we write an equation? Yes, we can. How much flour is there? There's 120 flour. 20 kilograms of flour minus 87 kilograms of flour, and it's asking for how much it has left. Again, I'm going to do what? A subtraction problem. 120 minus 87. I'm regrouping. Okay, can I subtract 7 from 0? If you said no, you're correct. I got to go to my tens and regroup. Regroup 110. 110 equals 10 ones, so we got 10 here. 10 minus 7 is 3 ones. Can I subtract 8 tens from 110? If you said no, you're correct. We got to regroup again. Go to the hundreds. Take 100. So 100 makes what? 10 tens. Plus 110 will give us what? 11. So 11 minus 8 will become 3. So there's 33 kilograms of flour is left. And that concludes our lesson, and you completed your exercise in your workbook. Congratulations, you don't have to do anything else. Goodbye.